journey from home to Eakring. Could see an exciting couple of hours ensue once I get to Eakring. The weather conditions have improved and improved such that southerly migration by Red Admirals is very likely to be on the cards, and this will be the first suitable weather for over a week. It was September the 23rd when I had 80 odd go through, and I think we could be in for another very good count today. I just need to get there. I'm here. Well, it's 5 to 12 on October the 2nd. One through already. I did have 3 Red Admirals go through across in front of the car on the way here, so we could well be in for a decent count. I just need to figure out the best place to stand today. I'm striving to continue to improve the quality of the images of butterflies moving through, so today we employ a new device, a GoPro. As well, I will be hand holding the camera to get some shots of butterflies going through. I need to find the best background, and this might be it, because this field has greened up a lot, and I can leave this running for up to 3 hours. I could go further up the top. It's just a case of deciding on the best vantage. There's only a very, very light breeze. The conditions are absolutely perfect, and with the sun only just really coming out, the butterflies will have only just really started to become active and will have fed, so it may be a while before any start to move through, but I'm sure they are going to move through. This is the perfect Red Admiral day. Just a shame that it's a Monday. 2 Red Admirals have just gone through here at 12:05, so it's all hands on deck, so to speak. How will it play out? I'm further up on previous videos. I'm higher up and nearer the village of Eakring. This is the highest point in my old recording area, and I've got a great view along this field to your left. It's a stubble field that has been cultivated, and it allows great viewing even distantly to the clump of trees on the top of this hill. I can easily see Red Admirals going within 100 yards that way, and one's just gone through here on this side at 12:06. Slight breeze occasionally. Unusual cloud today. It's all high level stuff, a lot of high level stratus cloud, but as long as it stays bright there'll be quite a lot going through. So I need to start and write these down. It is the perfect October day. It's absolutely glorious. For those new to the channel, this used to be my old bird watching patch. Pretty much as far as the eye can see. It ranges from Eakring here in the west of the area over to Kersal, which is just to the right of the screen. The wood on the hill is lound wood, and that's a regular moth trapping haunt of mine. Eakring Flash is down to the right of the screen, down in the hollow, but you can't see it now unless you're right down there because of the growth of the ash and the sallows. But this offers a fantastic vantage point for butterfly migration as the Red Admiral comes across here right close to the GoPro at 12:09. I do love Red Admiral migration. It's one of the few things that gets me excited nowadays. So we'll see how this goes. Just approaching half an hour, 15 through in that half an hour, which in any year, on any day in any autumn, would be really, really good. I don't think the movement, from what I've seen so far, is going to exceed the numbers of September the 23rd and August the 31st. I don't think it's going to do that. However, you never know. All of a sudden there could be a surge, but in the last sort of week or so, there's been no chance of migration south. No real long distance stuff by any butterflies. They may have made some local or short movements, but they would have had to have struggled against a predominantly stiff breeze that we always seem to have, or they just couldn't move because it was cloudy and it was raining. So today, many butterflies will take the opportunity to move south. But it's obvious from the good days that I have had, those two good counts, that many butterflies have already gone. But throughout this month, there will no doubt be almost daily movement when daily weather conditions allow. Be nice if this sun will last, but I don't think it will. There's cloud approaching as a Red Admiral has gone behind camera, and rain is forecasted for later on this afternoon or this evening and overnight. But we'll see what we get through. Well, the big surprise is that the clouds broken. It's dissipated really, to be honest, and completely thinned, although it doesn't look very promising over there, and that's where most of the weather is going to be. But it is coming over Nottinghamshire tonight. But half an hour ago, the sky to the south of where I am now looked pretty much like that behind me. Thankfully, we have had some sun and a total of 41 Red Admirals in the first hour. I'm debating whether or not to stay at this point here, purely because where I normally stand down there would be better for catching and filming butterflies as they move through, but they're on a slightly broader scale here, and it is easy to pick them up. But I've got about 100 yards either side of me, and I think that a lot of the butterflies that sort of behind camera or to the right of the track that I normally stand on here, I don't think I would catch them if I stood further down. I think we'll stick here because a lot between here and the clump of trees there, and they're very easy to pick up. So 41 in an hour. Had a couple of lulls that seemed like a long time. We used to with meteor observing, if you went 5 minutes or so without getting a meteor, it seemed like an eternity. So hopefully some more will come through. They still keep coming, and as you can see, I've changed location. Just moved down a couple of 100 yards. There's two together just going through. And that's the view now. That's two that's just gone through. Definitely periods where waves of butterflies go through, but not waves of hundreds and thousands, but of small numbers, but significant numbers. 3 there. 4. Those 2 there low over the field are the second and third of a trio that's just gone through. The rate is increasing now. I can see this actually topping previous counts of 23rd September and 31st of August. And we're on, well, it's just gone 17 minutes past 1 now, so we're on to about an hour and 20 minutes, and there's a bit of a breeze. But the butterflies are coming through. Been here for an hour and a half now. There's another Red Admiral low over the field there, look. 23, 26 for that one. Let's total these up then. 2 at 13.25 and 1 through 13.26. That's a running total of 78. I didn't think I was going to get to this kind of total. A bit more sun, the clouds built up. And as I look behind me, over to the west, it's really built up and is really black. So we might just have the dregs, the late stragglers. Here comes another one just coming across, look. It's quite a gentle flight, but it's a southerly flight, or more southwesterly, that one. It continues off and over. One just a few feet in front of the camera. 13.27, so that's another 2. Something I've not written for a long time. T90, which stands for a total of 90. Of course, sod's law, as soon as I turn the camera around, so you have to gawp at my face for 5 minutes, a Red Admiral goes through, so I won't keep you too long. I imagine, by the looks of it, it'll be raining within probably a couple of hours. I don't know. But I want 100, I want a 3-figure count today. So we've got another 10 to find from somewhere. But it is just perfect conditions. If the sun was still shining, and it is still bright anyway, but if it was just slightly better, this movement would continue. And we're on to 1:35. So we've got a bit more time yet to make. There's one there, you may well have seen that coming behind me. Here's another one. Takes us to 92. I think you've seen enough of me now. I think you need to look that way. well, that's the second Red Admiral I've got to make a note of now since 1339, but that's the weather that's coming. And say, I don't think rain's not that far off in terms of miles, maybe 50, 100 miles, probably not that. It's just a shame, mind you, I have to look on it that this is a bonus, because I hadn't seen the forecast and I didn't think the forecast was particularly brilliant. So the fact that we have had some sunshine and some fabulous conditions for Red Admirals to go through is a bonus. And there's another one just going through low over the field as you look at it, and followed by a second. I don't know which side to look. It's hard to decide which to look, but that's 1340. We're now on 98. Well, 2 have just gone through. That takes us on to 100. They caught me unawares. There's one. So that's another, that's 2 more then at 1343. Nothing else has gone through today. Well, there was something that it could have been a Red Admiral with virtually no wings, but at the same time it could have been a moth. It was difficult to tell. It wasn't flying low over the field in Red Admiral fashion, but whatever it was completely battered and almost wingless. It surprised me that it could even fly at all. So let's hope for a few more Red Admirals these last 10 minutes. Two hours is up, and all signs of Red Admiral movement is also up. I've not seen any go through for about a quarter of an hour now. It has become increasingly cloudy, as you can see, and the rain is forecasted to hit Nottinghamshire about 5 o'clock, and that's what it looks like going by the clouds over there. But the final total then, 108 Red Admirals have gone past me today, all flying south at various heights, but generally low to these fields in the Eakring area. Superb conditions. I didn't expect we'd get as many as we have, but I'm very pleased with that total. It's the highest total that I've had personally since 2003 of Red Admirals. It's possible that more such migration days are likely. It's good weather forecasted for the weekend, but it might well be too breezy. But we'll have to wait and see what the weekend brings with it. In the meantime, it's time to go home.